And we did talk about curvature. And if you have missed the session on curvature, please refer to the recording on my channel. And I hope the curvature aspect is very clear. The Should I go over it one more time? So everyone is silent, so I'll skip the, the curvature part. So first among these are the curvatures of consciousness. These are like whirlpools that lure you and keep you blocked. See, sorry, the curvature should not be looked at as the curvature, should not be looked at as something, it's because of the spiritual practice. It's because of our indulgence and tendencies. We kind of go into a loop of thinking, loop of pattern of what should I say, behavior, thinking, and that also is, sets you in the curvature. For example, like we take a side. Yesterday, I was sharing with one of my friend. Anything expressed verbally, anything by anyone, it is only an opinion, a point of view in the context and time. In the context and time. So there is never a golden truth in expressing anything, verbally or otherwise. So the golden truth one has to discover within, and that has no expression. This whole spiritual practice is that is why it is called a practice-based system, heartfulness. The reason we are connecting with the truth ourselves and we know what it is like. So it is like saying, those who know cannot speak, those who speak cannot know. That's how it is. Anything spoken, it brings down to a much grosser level, and no verb, how much ever vocabulary we use, we cannot express it fully. So truth only can be known, it cannot be spoken. So understand that. So if we are got into this spoken words without practice, philosophize, theorize, intellectually debate about it, it's not going to give us the truth. So truth can be only obtained by meditating on by itself. So that is why meditation. Okay. But as I speak, if you have to share anything, share your observations, please do speak out. So devotion helps you escape the curvature by creating restlessness for the goal. Because now this devotion only can begin through this connection with the goal in meditation. Okay, so it's not like you develop devotion and then restlessness happens. Everything starts with meditation. And slowly you connect with that essence. And that essence shows us what is the right path. So the inner is really guiding us all the time if we know how to listen to that inner. Okay. So it is very essential to connect with that and take the guidance from within. And it is no language, no expression, but yet It guides you. So it connects with the inner soul, and the guidance happens from that level. Besides curvature, the upward ascent is made difficult because of ego. I am such a good meditator. My meditation is the best, and I am the better overcoming samskaras than others, or some pitfalls of ego. There can be many traps which ego is going to create, but these are few examples. So be vigilant in detecting such thoughts and cultivate an attitude of humility. You know, let's understand this word humility today. What is humility? Anyone want to attempt the humility part? All right. Today everyone is silent. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the so humility starts with the acceptance again, we kind of go back to there. So when I can accept the entity within me, the higher essence, and the entity in the other person or in any other object or anything else which I'm interacting with, if there is a total acceptance, then the humility begins. If I see any difference between myself and the other person, then there is a problem. There is no humility, right? Everyone, it's like our entire life and the people we interact with, everything we do, it's like puzzles, pieces in the puzzle. Each piece is important. Even if any small piece is missing, the puzzle is not complete. So that is why we have to acknowledge that each one has their own place in our life. So, how can I say or ignore or discard any entity which we are coming in contact with? Everything has a place. So, if we have this acknowledgement, then the humility begins because everyone becomes important in your life. So, you cannot discard anything. That is why spirituality is an inclusive process. There is nothing to negate or exclusivity in spirituality. Though you hear this word negation sometimes in master's talks, even someone who is exposed to the Indian scripture, they will hear this negation. And you will also hear this negation when it comes to the religions like or teachings like Christianity. What are you negating there? The devil. But if the devil also becomes an inclusive process, it dissolves. Then it's the devil within. There is no devil outside. When the devil dissolves, what remains is God. When everything dissolves, what remains is God. So spirituality, humility is all about that dissolution, right? So understand this. There's no negation in spirituality. It's all inclusive. Everything has a place. And that is humility when you understand it completely, totally. So, to put it simply, humility is accepting the essence within and the essence outside. That's all is humility, total acceptance. So, what do you think of as obstacles are actually protective barriers designed by Mother Nature. Suppose there were no obstacles. Imagine all chakras connected in straight line, flowing down from the center to the heart, blocked only by some samskaras. I don't think anyone could withstand the flow of energy. Why is this statement made? So here it is not that the withstanding here is not because this energy is powerful or yada yada yada, all these expressions we have, right? It is because the life is a movement. So life is always ups and downs, life is always changes. When these changes are not there, it becomes monotonous. Then it's very difficult to stay in balance. We need that contrast all the time. Otherwise, we go crazy. But in one state, Babuji says reality, the state of reality, when you enter the realm of reality, he said there is no change. It's a vast desert where there is no change. Everything looks the same. And he said that's the most difficult state to continue with. That's why we want to move past that as quickly as possible. So whenever there is, it reaches the straight line, then there is a problem. It reaches the curvature, there is a problem. So like how we kind of maneuver ourselves between all these changing conditions towards the goal. And of course, the higher help is always there. Whether you are a good practitioner or a bad practitioner, or whether you don't practice at all, that higher help is always there. But higher help can only work on you according to your approach in life. So, to avoid shattering the system, the energy is modulated so it becomes tolerable. Little by little, you increase your capacity, regular practice, constant remembrance, and actively maintaining your meditative state. When I get a chance, I'll talk about this AEIOU in detail. All enhance and expand your capacity. So, this is to increase your capacity. So the guru in the background prepares the field at each chakra. So there is less resistance at the conscious level when you arrive. So I'll stop here for any comments, questions, and then we can continue the paradox of peace in our next session. All right. If there are no questions,